Hola, welcome, bienvenidos, Omnibroslive. I don't know how to say the rest of what I want to say, but in Spanish. But it's the manga show, and I'm your host, the Omnibus Collector, joined by a couple of my greatest friends here. Down below, I'm going to introduce Gio, who's still petitioning for an Inhumans omnibus. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing pretty well. Excited. Happy to talk about all the crazy shenanigans in the manga world. And yeah, still petitioning for that friggin' Inhumans omnibus. See if we can make it happen.
If there's a really silly shonen, they should have a shonen series called Shonenigans.
That's a good one. Or maybe for the April Fool's gag.
Yeah, Viz, that's an idea. I know you're not watching, but Shonenigans. And to the side over here, we've got Colleen with a exciting video coming. What's going on?
I'm so tired.
I know.
Hold on. Check that icy hot.
Oh,
I
wow.
promised.
I know how much work you have been putting into that video. And I am astonished because, like, you put one tiny obstacle in my way and I am debilitated for a week. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
I am excited for the final product because I know, like, if I was to do a new video about one of my favorites, that I would probably put so much effort into it that you'd be like, this is a cinematic masterpiece. So
I mean, right now, I'm at 46 minutes, and that's a little over 2/3 of the way done. So, and then the unedited footage right now gets it up to an hour and 38 minutes.
Gosh.
So it's gonna at least be an hour 15, which is a solid movie length.
Oh yeah, that's what we like to hear.
Let me know when you get on that Quentin Reviews type beat.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
So we got a few things going on tonight. I think Gio's got some news to share. I'm going to talk about, I know the two of us each watched the new episode of Trigun Stampede.
Hola, Mr. Vic.
Hola from Mexico, where he probably hated the way that I was trying to introduce the show in Spanish. Sorry. My Spanish tongue is out of practice.
Speaking of practice, Cedric, Colleen, your Shonen Jump into Shoujo was so good, made me want to read QQ.
Queen's Quality, baby.
Everyone read Queen's Quality.
There you go.
Is that your stack, your haul for the week?
Oh, I don't know. I just like to put this behind me.
That's part of the set decoration.
Well, because I have like this little stack of like memory cards, like internal memory cards that sits on my desk, and it's ugly. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just put manga here and cover it, so I don't need to move it every time.
I mean, you're doing better than us. We ain't got nothing.
Hey, you have a bookshelf behind you, and he's got like nice portraits.
Framed artwork. Hopefully, by this time next week, the next show that we do, and I know Colleen won't be there, but I'm gonna move these to another wall, and have I got some I don't know if it's Detolf or Detolf or whatever from IKEA, the glass.
Every American just says Detolf. Don't worry about it.
So I got the glass shelves from IKEA, and
or better, yeah.
I'm gonna put my like statues and figures and stuff in those. So I'm gonna be
nice.
When we go live and stuff, and also in a lot of my videos, I'm gonna use that as my backdrop. Now, while you get the Detolf shelves at IKEA, the books that we're going to be talking about, you can find
smooth, my dude, smooth.
You can find at instocktrades.com.
Oh, hell yeah. Love that. So sexy.
She was so proud. She was so proud.
Wow.
I have to do Gio proud, the master of the segue.
Yeah, I wasn't even expecting it. Yeah.
That's, you know what? Catch them off guard. Instocktrades.com, who's been supporting our channel for years, always wonderful to us and wonderful to their customers as well. Books that are going for up to and above 50% off. In many cases, you see Marvel books at 46% off. A lot of manga goes at 30, 35% off. So some manga up here. Galaxy Next Door, New Case Closed, volume 85. Is that? Yeah.
85. Yeah.
Dan Da Dan. That's a big one that a lot of people are a fan of. With the first volume having coming out just a couple months ago. So tons of good stuff, tons of great deals. Spend $50 within the US, you get free shipping. You get 2% loyalty discount if you make another order within 8 days of your previous order. And you can keep that thing rolling. They don't stack, but you can keep the 2% rolling if you keep ordering every week. So great prices, great shipping, great customer service. And there was one more thing that we usually mention that I just can't remember.
The gift card. We're doing the gift card giveaway on the last Monday of the month.
Last Monday show of every month, we give away a $50 gift card courtesy of IST. So if you want to win that and get a little bit of pocket change to spend yourself, then tune in on Monday. InStockTrades.com. Thank you so much for sponsoring us all these years. And I guess we can move on with the show. So,
apologies.
Beautiful.
You're okay. I'm probably going to vanish in a few minutes myself because I'm halfway through this here. So did y'all haul anything interesting this week before we get into any of the topics?
I'm going to bum everyone out. And I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that the lost package finally arrived.
Yay!
Route, they made the replacement order, and the one book that was holding it back for like 2 weeks now was My Dress Up Darling Volume 2, because the whole series is out of print or out of stock at the moment, and we don't know when that's going to come in or whatever. So eventually, I assume Right Stuff just got tired of holding that order. So they shipped everything else, and I got it.
Nice.
The bad news is I'm not going to show any of it here because I was literally recording a haul video for the channel. So I am super lazy, and I don't want to show things twice. So stay tuned to my channel. Not tonight, probably, but tomorrow you'll see the haul video.
I feel
it's a pretty sizable one.
I feel that because I got a bunch of new releases, but I already kind of put them away, and I don't feel like getting them out. But I did get Dark Horse. I mentioned a week or two ago reprinted Astro Boy, all the Omnis. I don't know if they're still available, but they were, and I got all 7 of those. So there's that.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay, I can show what I have. I don't know if I got these this week or if it was last week, but I picked up Runaway with Me Girl finally. I like how Kodansha does their releases lately. They always look really nice.
I need to see the thing. There we go. Love it.
So pretty.
Have you?
I mean, the artwork is already gorgeous anyway, but have I what?
Have you read it yet?
Yeah, I actually read this one before it came out.
Oh, okay.
So it's a really good series.
One where the one girl, they were dating and they break up because the one girl is like, we got to stop playing around and acting like we like girls or something. And then he like gets married and is in like an abusive relationship. And then they get back together, or she finds the other girl, and then they run away with me, girl.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
You just spoiled the whole manga, right?
That's the description.
I'm kidding. And then My Love, the rest is just Shoujo Beat, but My Love Mix Up Volume 6 came out. That's a new release.
Nice.
Queen's Quality, like we mentioned already, Volume 16. This was a really good volume of the series. The last one was a little meh, so I was kind of worried the series was going downhill, but no, it was very good. This one sucked. There was only 2 chapters in this whole volume.
Really?
It was, 2 chapters and 2 bonus chapters, and nothing happened in this volume either. So it just felt like a waste of money, despite the fact that I like this series. It's Prince Freya. But yeah, that was a bummer to be reading that.
Is there double the size, the chapters, or double the length, or whatever?
It was like the typical shoujo 35 to 40. So, no. Which is why it was so weird.
That's
And
really
then
random.
this isn't a new release, but volume 14 of Requiem of the Rose King. I really like this cover.
That's a really dope cover. I love the green
covers for this series are all really cool looking. I have some of my favorite.
It's almost
anyway, that's me.
and I'll just show what I showed
got the
y'all.
sirens.
They're coming for us. So what I showed y'all before the show, I made a quick TikTok about this earlier, but I got a couple. I've been waiting for these for about a month or longer, and it wasn't the retailer. They got it out in as long as they said it would take, but the package was like bouncing around Texas for a while. Like it went like it came to Houston, and then it went back to like the Dallas area, and then bounced around there, and then finally it came back today. And it was 2 woven tapestry blankets that I got. Of this one is Bleach. They're covers from Weekly Shonen Jump.
Love it.
Ichigo versus Grimjaw. And also this one features at the bottom, I didn't show you guys this, but
Luffy.
Not
Luffy.
We have Gon right here, and then over here, oh shit, we have Light Yagami. And in my video, I was saying, I was like, there's Bleach, or there's Ichigo versus Grimjaw, and then I was like, and Gon's over here, and no one cares about you, Light. And then someone got upset with me for saying that.
No, there's always.
Oh no! How dare we offend the mass murderer?
Can you imagine getting upset over a TikTok about a fictional character that murders people in a fictional book?
The guy's comment was literally, "What did Light ever do to you?" And I was like, "You realize he's not a good guy, right?" Like, kind of the point is that he's not a good guy. Anyway, I didn't say anything back. The second one I got is it was me, Dio, as well as Jotaro.
Nice.
What did Dio ever do to you?
Dio did nothing to me, and so I
did nothing wrong except killing people. Yep.
We got this little person right,
Oh, that's that character. You know the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
I think there's another little guy somewhere on here.
I actually did think that was Roboco. So.
No, this is maybe 30 years too early.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's probably not any recent cover.
25, 30 years early. Anyway, so I finally got those. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with them because I have those, and I also have the Chainsaw Man tapestry that I got from the Shonen Jump store. I think that one's bigger than those.
What if you hang them as display items for your videos?
You know what? You saying hang them just gave me an idea to hang them to use as like a sound studio where I'm like blocking outside noise.
Yeah.
Noise dampening.
Real quick before we keep the conversation going. Old books by now, I get it, but I forgot to get this when it came out. So this was one of the books that came in, Black Paradox from Junji Ito. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not because I haven't loved everything from Ito lately, but it's nice. It looks cool, and it's pretty grotesque inside. And I don't know if I showed this already, but I just pulled up a random book from my shelf. Here's Bakemonogatari, Volume 9. And I don't think I can show you stuff that's inside because there's fan service and there's a lot of violence. But it does have a colored page here. How do I do this? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yep. I don't know. What's that? What that's about? I'm not up to date with this series, obviously.
It's oh great, right? Yep. Oh great.
Yeah. Oh great.
Oh greito.
Can I show this? I don't know. Here it is. There's some action over there, looking pretty sweet. And speaking of Freya and short chapters, I spoke about this on Monday, but none of the guys like manga, so it was just me talking to a couple people on the stream. But here, it's more welcoming, right? I'm rereading or reading Inspector because the show started back up again, season 2, and this is a pretty thick manga, and it only has 3 chapters inside, which I thought was pretty wild. Literally, wait. This is the size of one of the chapters. And then the other chapter is
Jeez.
around this much.
Wow.
So look at the ratio between all 3 chapters.
There was the classic Kamen Rider volume that Seven Seas did. One of the chapters is like an entire volume worth of material. Is huge.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like reading through the chapter. I'm like, Jesus, when is this story going to end?
Never.
Because
It goes
every
on and on.
chapter was pretty much like an individual story, and I don't want to like stop reading before the story's done. So I like kept pushing, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I imagine Do Not Say Mystery is going to be pretty thick when it comes out, because I mean, chapter 1 is like 100-something pages.
Yeah.
So.
Thick with 3 C's.
And
2
what's
C's
funny
for
about
both
this?
volumes inside of it.
What was funny about this is that I'm reading it and I'm like, I've seen this before, and it turns out I wasn't aware that the anime just takes random chapters and adapts them on their show. So this happens after season 1, but in the show, this is episode 2, which was really weird. And this is chapter 15 of the manga, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Strange.
And now season 2 is adapting the Yuki Onna case, which I'm really excited for. That's like volume 9, no, not 9, volume 12 and 13, something like that. Super crazy. So they're just picking out like the best stories and adapting them, because it's mostly detective stuff and the characters solving cases, so stuff like that. So yeah, that's all I got for reads and hauls and all that stuff.
Well.
What about you guys? Have you read anything interesting?
I've been so like beginning of the year for work has been so busy. I have not. That's why I haven't put out my video yet for January buyer's guide, is because I have had no free time to get that done or to like finish reading all the stuff that Yen Press sent me. And I'm like, I don't want to make the video and just be like, and then like toss the book or something. Like I want to be able to talk about it since they sent it to me. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get it this weekend. I should be getting some free time this weekend finally.
I paid off Riley's lawyers and put out a recommendation manga video for January. So if you guys want to check that out, I just looked at the list. I'm like, I ain't doing this. I ain't talking about 100 volumes on my channel. That's why I do it on Omnibros. So I picked like 12. Is, hey, 12 months in a year. Let's do 12 books per month, I guess. I don't know. So if you want to check that out on my channel, I'd appreciate it. Death Note was overrated in my opinion. Sure, why not? I will say, if you do not like Light, check out Death Parade, because he has a cameo in it, which was pretty. I don't know if you guys
Also a good anime.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Was that the one
Spoilers.
where when they die and then they go play games?
Yeah.
With the elevator and the lounge thing.
I watched
Spoilers.
it last month.
One of the characters is one of the characters that shows up kind of looks like Light, and that was an Easter egg because it's Madhouse. Was it Madhouse? Yeah, and they did both adaptations for both shows. Sorry.
Speaking of adaptations,
They put Chihaya in there. Chihaya's in hell.
Oh no, she has to play Karata to.
Her death game is Karata.
Speaking of adaptations, a first episode of a new adaptation for something that Gio and I watched came out recently.
I
Trigun
did
Stampede.
too.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I told you I watched the new one.
I thought you just said you watched the original.
No, I posted on Twitter that I wasn't thinking I was going to watch the new one, but then I watched the first episode and I really liked it.
Okay. Well, you just spoiled your opinion. So
I liked it.
okay, so I'm sorry. I didn't see that you had tweeted about that. I didn't know that I asked if anyone had watched the original, and I know you had said that you watched it like way back, and I was like, yeah, it's about when I watched it as well.
Yeah.
So, Trigun Stampede episode. Who wants to talk a little bit about it first? I guess.
I'm looking for some images that I can show while we talk about it.
Okay. Well,
but it is by Orange Studio. If you don't know, they are the studio behind Beastars, and they helped Bones with Godzilla SP with the CG work, and that's mostly their bread and butter. And when they first announced Trigun Stampede and that it was going to be CG, a lot of people online started complaining and making videos and TikToks and Twitter, a lot of fun stuff, and they were really worried about it. I wasn't, because at the end of the day, it's just a show, but whatever. And I think it turned out really freaking well. At least they learned from all their previous experiences, and they put out a really solid-looking animated CG animated show adaptation or whatever. And it's nuts. If you're super weeb, maybe don't watch it, because I know Riley will talk about that, and watch or read the manga first or whatever. But if you don't care and you just want to experience Trigun in 2023, go ahead and watch it. It's a fun time for episode 1.
I also was not on the train of people who are worried about the fact that it was CG, because I really don't care. Like, yeah, a lot of CG doesn't look great, but at the same time, I knew the pedigree of the studio. I think they also did Land of the Lustrous.
Yeah, sorry, that was the first one that caught people's attention.
So the animation is beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. Now, let's take aside the fact that they changed the visuals and stuff for the characters, like Bash and Meryl look different. Millie is completely gone though, but the animation itself, regardless of how you feel about the changes to the just look of the characters, the animation was stunning. It was very fluid. It was very well done. Everything looked fantastic. I think it had painted backgrounds with like the characters being CG animated. Either way, it was a very like vibrant and colorful series or first episode that I really enjoyed the look of. I have no complaints with that, and like honestly, I don't have complaints as someone who had already seen the original going into this. It's fun to see this reimagining, but I take issue with part of it, but I don't want to get deep into that because that's going to be a big talking point. How did y'all feel about some of it?
I really don't remember anything from the first anime. Like, Zach, my boyfriend, had to watch it more recently than me, and that was in college, so that was still like 7-8 years ago. So I don't remember anything, so I'm just kind of going into this blind, basically. But I really enjoyed it. I was skeptical about the CGI, but mostly because CGI that I know is like, I don't know if you guys ever watched this movie, but Harlock Space Pirate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this anime movie, and I thought it was so stupid looking when I watched it back in college. And I was thinking like Trigun was going to look like that, where it looked like models that were 3D animated, but it looks a lot nicer. I do think it's wonky at times, mostly with the kids at the beginning and the end of the episode. But I literally wasn't taken out by anything from in between that. I thought it looked really good.
Just really like the pictures Gio's showing, it's vibrant, it's bright, it's colorful, it's fun looking. It like has a fun vibe to it. The score has kind of the goofy spaghetti western feel to it that adds to the visuals and everything. And we don't get deep into the the current plot, like the current day plot of what's going on in this first episode. You get a brief like action sequence that really just kind of displays what kind of stuff they're able to do with their animation, and I thought that it was super solid. Like the animation of that entire action sequence was high octane and very fluid.
Yeah, that scene is definitely what like sold me on the series to keep watching. It was so cool looking.
It felt it could have almost just been a, like, this episode was just a piece of a movie. Like how much went into it. Like it seems like it's a super high budget thing because of how well it's done.
Yeah.
His arm.
I will say I was also like not feeling Vash's new character design either, but I liked it like in
motion.
Yeah, it looks good in the show. I feel like seeing it outside of it, you're like, what happened to Vash?
I was going to say that his arm kind of does remind me of the hair of from the Land of the Lustrous, like jewel hair and stuff.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean with the translucent stuff. Yeah. I thought I didn't mind the exposition dump at the beginning and the end. So I'm looking forward to more. It's only one episode. Hopefully people will give it a shot. Looks
so
good.
That was the thing that I took issue with, was the exposition dump. And I think that like the reason I did is because I know that a lot of people are not already familiar with the series, and that this was going to be a lot of people's first experience with Trigun. And so with that, I'm like, oh no. And I'm gonna get into like kind of spoilers here, but I'm not gonna touch on like the actual, like I'll if I'm gonna touch on actual plot elements, I will mention it. But right now I'm just talking about the story structure. Because the first episode of Stampede begins by dumping lore like no exaggeration. The first scene, it dumps a huge amount of lore. And the original series, and the manga for that matter, I know in the manga, like they dump that lore, I think like towards the back half of the original Trigun series before it became Maximum, but they still made you wait for it, right? Like they established the world, they established kind of the character, and you see, especially in the anime, like Vash going through his struggles and stuff, and you don't really know what his motivation is, who he is, yada yada yada, like all this kind of stuff. But then you find out, you learn who he is, what he is, who he's connected to, and that informs a lot. It's a huge reveal. Like that's the like emotional crux, I think, of the series. The original one is like when that reveal happens, and it kind of twists the narrative a little bit, and you really get the feel for like what it is that's been going on. This one, it drops that, like doesn't give you the reveal, it just drops it in your lap right at the beginning. So a lot of people talking about it, not just me, like went into it feeling like that takes a huge aspect of it away, and it's going to impact the way that like the character is seen and the way that like the story is told in a kind of way that like we don't know how it's going to proceed from here. And it's a new adaptation, so it could go any way. It could do whatever it wants, and it could be really great. It could fall flat, whatever the case. We've only seen the first episode. But the part that I'm like hinging on is if people are like me, where like if I get introduced to something that has an existing franchise and I enjoy it, I'm going to want to go back and see that or check that out. And if my first exposure is this, where like the entire like reveal is dropped in your lap at the beginning of the series, I'm not going to be as entertained. I'm not going to enjoy the original as much if I go back to it. And so I with all of that, I made a video that I put on TikTok where I recommended that people watch the original first and then check out Stampede, so that they can experience the narrative in the way it was structured back in the first one. So you get that dramatic reveal. And the way that I structured my video was purposefully kind of very misdirecting, where I start the video by telling people, do not watch Trigun Stampede, because I needed a hook, because I wanted people to see it, not because I care about the view numbers, but because I want people to know what I'm going to say, right? Yeah. So I said, do not watch Trigun Stampede. And then I go into the explanation, and the first thing I do after telling them not to watch it is I praise the hell out of the first episode. And then I say, why am I telling you to not watch it? And then I say the whole thing about like, well, this is what the original one did, and I think that it'd be worthwhile to watch the original first and then go to Stampede. When I tell you, people did not like that.
It's the internet. Come on.
Okay, like, because people's attention span is so bad. Like, they watch the first few seconds and then they just comment. Like, literally, I had hundreds of comments where people just said, you can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to watch it just because you told me not to. And I'm like, did you not watch like the other 2 minutes and 50 seconds of this video?
Oh, of course they didn't.
So I dealt with that for like 2 straight days as this video got, because it was a 3-minute video, and I don't expect a 3-minute video to get like more than maybe 10 to 20K. I thought if the hook hit, maybe I'd get 50K. It's at like 260,000 views, which is insane to me for a 3-minute video. And I got so many just comments of people talking like that, like just all this stuff, and people calling me a gatekeeper, people telling me I am basically like out of touch, someone making fun of my receding hairline. I'm like, bro, I'm old. I'm sorry. Like, I can't do anything. All these like shitty comments. I deleted like every single one because I didn't want people to like dogpile with them.
Old, I'm older than you. Jesus Christ. Anyways, continue.
So yeah, that was my past couple days. I was just deleting comments as they came through of people who are hating on me, because I'm like, if you don't have the time or patience to watch a 3-minute video, I don't have the patience for your comment. So
yeah,
it's just stupid people. Yeah.
Anyway, that's my view. That's my advice is, if anyone watching this has not seen the original and you're curious about Stampede, I would recommend watching the original. This is the same, like if you asked me about the rebuild of Evangelion movies, I'd say make sure that you watch the original first, then watch the rebuild movies.
Yeah, these shows are built on the premise that you've seen the original content. And I think that's why they did that. They wanted to, change things up. Maybe they'll throw a hook. Maybe they'll throw a hook.
Get really choked up about this.
The season.
Gio's emotional.
He's got some tears.
No, I'm kidding. No, but for real though, we'll see what happens. It's just the first episode, and I'm pretty sure they're going to try and do something crazy with the story later on to justify doing that at the beginning of the pilot episode or whatever.
I hope so. I really do hope so, because I don't really know where a lot of the drama can come from. So I'm very interested because of how much I enjoyed the other aspects. But because of how much I enjoyed all the other aspects, I am very interested to see how this goes. And also because like you said, I am familiar with the franchise. And I think you nailed it. Like that this is created for people who are already familiar. And that's the issue that I have, is that people who are not already familiar are kind of thrown out. And it's not that if you watch it, like you can't understand it, like you can jump in. It's not like you're missing context, because it's unrelated. Like there's no plot connection between the two. They're two completely different adaptations. Which a lot of people thought this was a prequel because Vash looks younger. But that was another complaint I have, is a lot of people commenting on the video were people who had never seen the original or read the manga, which is fine. I don't care. But they would try and make comments, like strong assumptions about stuff. And I had like 3 people, literally 3 separate people, who all said, it's a prequel. This is a prequel. Like not even asking, just saying, this is a prequel. And I said, that is completely incorrect.
I will say, sorry to interrupt, the studio has yet to 100% comment on that fact, actually. They just called it a new Trigun adaptation. That's it. So it could be a completely new timeline. It could be a reimagining. We don't know yet.
It can't it cannot be a prequel to the original series if we are witnessing the first meeting of these characters. So it is a completely different adaptation. My biggest, like, what I wanted, which we didn't get, and I got over it real quick, was the fact that it's not a direct adaptation, because we didn't get Maximum in anime, and I've always wanted to see Maximum animated.
I think they will pull from that stuff. I'm not
I
saying
think
they're gonna do. Yeah,
I'm curious, which gung ho guns are they going to use? I'm assuming they're going to have a full group of at least 12 gung ho guns, but there are the manga and the anime originals, and I'm wondering if they're going to use which ones they're going to use, or if they're going to create some of their own, like, new ones. Because I think all I've seen is maybe Zazie the Beast.
and the whole thing. I like that Meryl's there. I'm a fan of that character. With people complaining about Millie, I think she'll show up because people in Japan love that character. People in other countries love that character. She'll show up, or maybe not, and that'd be good, just to piss off people.
I hope she does, for the sake of the plot with her and Wolfwood.
Yeah, Wolf was in it. He's going to show up soon. He's in the trailers, so
he's on the picture you got there. He's got his little loafers without.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, it's kind of weird to see Robert De Niro in there.
Yeah, the whole series has 2 female characters that are actually, like, named, and they got rid of one of them.
I've heard something about it, but I don't want to. Someone posted about some gossip in my Discord recently.
Is it spoiler heavy, or
just what viewers, early screeners have said about later episodes?
Okay.
So I won't
say it if you want. I don't care.
Well, I don't know if you guys care.
No, I'm fine. Now you've piqued my interest.
Well, they said that early screeners apparently said that Millie shows up in episode 3. So
okay,
that's good.
All right. Possibly this is a possibility. I don't know if it's confirmed or not.
So if that does happen, then there's a lot of people who are going to, like, drop their biggest like, criticism.
I'm sure the reason why she's not in it yet is just for the build-up.
It's just a build-up, and the fact that Meryl's brand new. She's a rookie. All that stuff. Did you try to calm the angry mob, Riley, by telling them you're a furry?
I didn't. I got my last volume of Stars today, though, on that note. But no, I didn't make any videos responding. I didn't respond to anyone. Because I was like, that is exactly what, like, people want me to do. Is to respond to it.
Don't go down that rabbit hole.
I just shut my mouth. Like, like I said, I just deleted anything where I could tell, like, they were just being A, disrespectful to be disrespectful, or B, they obviously didn't watch the video. If you can't give me time, I'm not going to give you a platform. So I just deleted all those things. And I did make 2 videos after that about Trigun. I have, so the first one where I give my whole spiel, and then a second one where someone asked about, someone was like, well, isn't the original one, like, mostly filler? And I talked about that. And then a third one where I showed the actual manga, because someone mentioned, like, was it really short or something? And then so I gave, like, a brief history of the manga itself and showed the volume. So I have at least 3 Trigun videos. I think there's 3 recently.
You know what's wild? Right now, if you're a new fan and you really like Trigun, you can't really get the manga.
Yeah.
And you can't get the original on Blu-ray either, the original anime. That's never been released on Blu-ray.
It was recently in Japan released on Blu-ray, but not in the US.
Yeah.
You can get the movie, Badlands Rumble, is on Blu-ray.
That's on Blu-ray, yes.
But not
the series.
Something that I finally figured out about Trigun recently, like in the last 2 days. There was always an action figure of a character that was not in the series called, like, Gazelle the Peacemaker. And I was like,
that. Yeah.
what the hell is this character? I found out that he was supposed to be an original member of the Gung Ho Guns for a Trigun video game that was going to come out on the PS2, but it got canceled.
Okay.
Finally learned where the hell that character came from, but I think they might have recycled some of his appearance for Gungrave, which was the next thing that that he worked on, the next anime series at least.
Trigun: The Planet Gunsmoke was the unreleased game for PS2. Yeah. Wow. The more you know.
Or went out.
With this coming out, you think they're going to reprint the manga? I think they should get on it and do it. It'd be an easy sell. I'll just say that.
I think that unless, like, a couple people have asked, does Dark Horse even still have the license? And I don't know how to answer that, like, because I'm not aware. But they've been reprinting so many things right now that I think it would be the perfect time for it to happen. Obviously, with the show and the fact that they've been reprinting things makes it like seem like the chances are probably higher. I don't know.
Warren, give it a shot. You might like it. It's written with this era's sensibilities of anime writing, so you might dig it. I don't know. Give it a shot. Let us know. Inform us. Or don't. Don't watch it. We're not your like.
Watch it, Warren. Warren.
No, we're gonna talk about it every single week and make everyone want to watch it.
Trigun podcast thing on Spotify, guys.
I'm gonna make another video after the second episode and talk about it. And I swear to you, I swear, I'm gonna get people. I'm gonna figure out another hook. I'm gonna, like, at the beginning be like, Trigun is evil, and then like, and then people are gonna be like, you're the guy that said not to watch it. Why are you still? Because I literally had two people like, so you're not gonna watch more episodes, right? Since you hated it. And I was like, I literally said that I liked it. Like, what are you even saying?
Just be like, your hook should be something like, if you watch Trigun, you'll go to hell. and then start your thing.
Trigun is made by the devil.
Trigun, you got
the one of those college campus pastor people who like show up and start yelling.
The devil. Yasuhiro Naitao has direct connections with the devil. 666. the Trigun. The
Trigun. 3 guns. It's a 6. Yeah, 666, baby.
And the guns this way look like 6s.
The Wolfwood's cross has a skull in it, and he turns it upside down to shoot
the Antichrist.
He does a
Trigun conspiracy theory video.
He turns the gun or the cross upside down to shoot the rocket. So like I can imagine someone being like, at this point, Wolfwood, who's supposed to be a priest, is shooting. He turns it upside down, and of course, like, that doesn't mean anything, but they're gonna use that symbology because what is it? It was like Saint Peter or someone like got hung on an upside down cross. Peter. But then they're like, it's Lucifer, it's the devil.
Speaking of the devil, there are some solicits that I want to talk about.
Okay,
they're digital only, unfortunately, and sorry to clickbait everybody on the title. I literally came up with the title for this stream like a couple minutes before going live. So,
I thought it was. I didn't see what the title was.
Less digital manga, new reads and first impressions, which is accurate because we're talking about stuff we've read. We talked about Trigun, which is a first impressions. And we're going to talk about some digital licenses from Kodansha.
I didn't see what the title was, and I thought that when I looked, it was going to be like Trigun's the devil.
Oh, great. Let me share my screen page thingamajig here. First, the digital manga series of 2023. I know everybody loves digital manga. So here's the first one. Gang King by Daiju Yanauchi. You guys heard of this?
No, but I like his hair, obviously.
Oh.
And
it's pretty, almost naked. He's got
show us his Hanes, his Fruits of the Loom.
Yeah.
He's trying to be Ray from Mars so bad.
But he's got the Grimjaw type of pompadour. Like it's really spiky and messy, but it's white instead of blue.
It says here, tattoos are the mark of a hero. Tattoos are life. Ever since being saved by a man with a back tattoo as a child, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
That's a weird name. Jimmy has dedicated his life and skin to the ancient art of tattooing. Given his school full of delinquents, it's no surprise that Tattoo Jimmy has become infamous for his skills at inking and brawling alike. So infamous that the biggest, baddest dudes around want to test their mettle against him. But Jimmy doesn't want to take shit from anyone. Whoa, hold on, Kodansha. This is a YouTube stream. I can't be talking like that here. He's just got to stay in one piece long enough to meet his hero, even if it means bashing a few skulls along the way.
I was going to say, this doesn't look like... I don't remember him from One Piece.
Here's a good shot at the dude.
Is it bad to be turned off just because the name of the character is Jimmy?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
That is not a Jimmy. Maybe he's...
I think it's just not a good name in general. Like, even if it was an English name, if it was another English name, like, Jimmy just sounds like not a cool name.
Any Jimmys that might be watching the show right now, no offense.
Full offense. You don't have cool names.
Just, I mean, you can go by James.
Yeah. I do like the art. And it kind of does remind me of Bleach, honestly, from the first chapters from back in the day.
All right, so James, Jimmy, Jim, Jimbo. What's the best one?
Jimbo.
I like James.
I would go
I
Jimbo.
think it should be Jimbo.
I'm Tattoo Jimbo.
Tattoo Jimbo.
Instead of Usagi or Jimbo, Tattoo Jimbo.
Tattoo Jimbo.
I don't know if we're gonna get some fan service here. So
is it like bullet hole? It looks like he has bullet holes tattooed on him.
I think so. I'm gonna be the world's best tattoo artist.
All right, Jimmy.
Okay, so that's some of the art.
I saw someone opening their shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
Art looks like it's literally being lifted from like 4 different series. Because there was, like, you mentioned Bleach, but there's other scenes in here that look like they're lifted from like GTO and stuff. Like that image, the dude with the blood, that looks like an Inoue image.
Yeah, I can see that.
This is like when Gene Simmons' son was ripping off Bleach.
I was gonna make a joke about it, but I didn't know the guy whose son it was, so I didn't say anything.
I got you.
Hold on. Okay, let's see if there's more here. So yeah, that's sort of the art, I guess, for Gang King. I don't. It's a very odd title to say, or am I in the wrong here? I don't know.
No,
It sounds like it should be one word.
Yeah, Ganking.
Gang
Gang
King.
King.
Gang King. Gang King. I'm like, what am I saying? Anyways,
Ganking. It. I feel like it should just be called Tattoo Jimmy, and then they can get that out of the way. So like, if you like us are not a fan of the name Jimmy, then you just know right off the bat that's not.
You know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know about this Tattoo
You're getting
Jimmy.
yourself into Tattoo Jimmy.
Now, here's the question I got for you guys. Do you think this would sell well to get a physical release?
No.
If it does, I would be spiteful. I would be entirely spiteful for the rest of my life, and I would never let anyone who bought it live it down.
I'm gonna be like super rude about the series and just say no freaking way, like, because the cover itself, it just looks like it almost looks like a American manga,
True, it does.
and not like a good
I keep
Jimmy.
instead of Jimmy. Jimmy.
Jimmy was the one that with the crutches in South Park. I'm not
So
gonna.
the other book that's coming out is Boss Bride Days by Narumi Hasegaki.
Who's holding the gun? Is it the guy or the girl?
I think the guy.
I think the guy.
I think the guy is.
This is giving me flashbacks to the interlocking boobs from last month, where we didn't know what was happening.
Whose boobs are holding whose?
Self-proclaimed otaku and shonen, Sakura Kisaragi would prefer to spend her days alone in her room playing her favorite Yakuza-themed dating simulator, of course. But when she saves the life of an old man who turns out to be the head of an Amugumi crime family, she inadvertently earns a spot in the Yakuza's succession plans. Moved by her courage, the old man declares that whoever among his 3 ambitious grandsons can win her hand in marriage will be the next boss. Now, kind but ailing Shusuke, brash hothead Reo, and cool and calculating Ryusei are all vying to make her their boss wife. But will she be anything more to them than a means to an end? Meanwhile, not everyone in the Amugumi organization is happy to have her there. A high-stakes rom-com from the author of A Springtime with Ninjas. What do you think of it?
Oh, okay. So I've seen this one around before. And I thought it looked familiar. But it's kind of just like it looked like a harem manga.
Was there no
from the
previews?
first time I
there's
saw it.
previews. Hey, there's a preview there. Okay. Now this is 16 and up, so I don't know what we're in for, but let's scroll through some pages. I do like the art better on this than Jimmy Olsen. That's Jimmy Olsen getting tattoos.
Tattoo Jimmy.
I like that now everything's about the dating sim games, the otome. If it's an isekai, it's an isekai now in an otome game. I think this has a better shot at getting a physical release, honestly. Kind of wacky enough that I could see it happening. I don't know.
Not enough pompadours for me.
Yeah, they're sad for that.
Especially like if you're gonna have Yakuza, give me at least one.
Every Yakuza series I've read, none of them have ever had pompadours.
Reading the wrong manga.
Oh, Shoujo and Josei? It's wrong now, Riley?
It's wrong. You're wrong. The Yakuza Fiance is a seinen.
Mm-hmm. But that's the only seinen one I've read.
Yeah, but you're putting yourself into a box there.
I had to make you uncomfortable somehow.
I will never be comfortable. You didn't even get me like slightly off guard. I just told you yes, I am.
There's some action right there, some violence, beating people up.
We love violence and Tattoo Jimmy.
But we can't have sexual content or nudity. But if you can beat the shit out of somebody, you got yourself
all good.
Yeah.
You're gonna die right now.
Oh, look at that. He got stabbed. I don't know what's happening, but
He is cool and collected. He is a cool cucumber.
it's better than Jimmy. I'll say that much. So, yeah, that's...
I never looked into this series, and it looks a lot better than I thought it would be, so...
It definitely looks better than Tattoo Jimmy. I will say that.
Yeah.
I think that probably does have a chance to get a physical release. just based on how like much better it looks than Tattoo Jimmy.
Boss Bride Days, A Springtime with Ninjas. I get the feeling that the author likes to mash unconventional jobs with.
It's like what was it, those books, the Treehouse or whatever books. So they'd be like
The Magic Treehouse?
whereas like the Twilight of something.
Yeah.
Is this on? Yeah, just 2 books, guys. So shout out to Kodansha. Good for them.
So like the Magic Treehouse, Dinosaurs Before Dark, Night at Dawn, Mummies in
An
the
Afternoon
Morning,
with Vampires.
Pirates Past Noon, Night of the Ninjas, and then we've got whatever it was,
Springtime with Ninjas.
Springtime with Ninjas, and Boss Bride Days.
I got some news here for. Speaking of Kodansha, let's segue into that. Also, I'm going to share Anime News Network, and they have horrible ads, so I do apologize. You're going to see a lot of random crap on here. I just wanted to mention it because it deals with digital manga and Kodansha, so hey, we're not too off track. Azuki, whatever, however you pronounce it, they revealed that Kodansha's ending distribution of how do I say this? Simulpub? Simulpub? It's a weird name. Sorry. Chapters on their service starting Monday. So the changes will affect the following series: A Sign of Affection, Cardcaptor Sakura, Drifting Dragons, Eden Zero, Space Brothers, Ghost in the Shell, World of Summoning, To Your Eternity, Topu GP, and Wave Listen to Me. So it's a policy change on Kodansha's end that affects all the platforms they distribute on. So you are on that service, you're not going to read those titles anymore, I guess.
I'm trying to think of how I can say this. If this is related to something that I'm pretty sure it's related to, I cannot talk about it because I signed an NDA. But if it's what I'm thinking of, like there is a reason why this is happening.
Does it involve Jimmy?
It's all Jimmy's fault. They wasted all their money on Gang King to get Tattoo Jimmy. The company is going bankrupt.
Like I think it like probably the first thing that most people would guess like that Kodansha is doing right now is probably the thing that like is actually happening. And if that's the thing that's happening, I can't say anything because I signed an NDA, but things are happening. So there is something happening. I'm being like extremely
Don't say anymore, just in case. Don't say. Oh my god, I hate these ads.
When people see like when it comes out what's happening, and then like next week or 2 weeks from now, whenever the announcement happens, I can be like, "That's the thing I was vague speaking about."
The NDA.
The NDA. I don't want to get in trouble, and I would like to continue to be able to do things. So,
speaking of doing things, let's move away from that just in case we slip up and say something, because you've told me a little bit about it and I haven't said anything. So let's just stay quiet on that.
I'm not.
James, thank you for reminding me. I want to pimp this out. Summertime Rendering, the anime, is finally out of Disney Plus jail after 6 months. So now you can watch it on Hulu, or if you're in the UK, on Disney Plus.
Hey.
So let me share an image real quick because I tweeted about it. Yes, I do use the Twitter just to talk about random shit. I tweeted the image. If I can find it, come on, Gio, you got this. You only got 1,000 people watching. Yeah, so I took a screenshot, and you can watch it right now. 25 glorious episodes. I love that series. It ended up being on my top 10 shows of the year of 2022. So I highly recommend checking out Summertime Rendering.
Nice.
I don't know why because everybody else does summertime as one word, and they separated it, and it's freaking me out. But yeah, summertime rendering, good stuff. Check it out. Do I have anything else? Oh, I can share this real quick. We're not going to go one by one, but I know we love to crap on the top 20 books of the month. I have the one for December, and it's pretty funny.
You can play our guessing game again.
If you want to do that, yeah, let's go. Wait a minute.
All right, Riley.
Oh,
Bets. What
okay,
came out
so
in December?
So I have two. I have the graphic novels, and I can read you the strictly manga version. Let's do the manga one first.
I wonder if Bleach is going to have any real estate on this.
Hold on. Superheroes. Nobody cares about superheroes on the manga show. Not going to talk about that. They're cool, but they're not Jimmy Ganking cool.
Nah, they're lame. Can Superman beat Tattoo Jimmy?
I don't know, man. Superman. What was Superman's tattooed villain? Was it a guy called Tattooed Man?
Tattoo Man?
I think so. Something like that.
Tattoo Man in a trench coat.
Peeping Tom.
This is the top 20 for December of superhero graphic novels?
Yeah. Last Ronin was the top one. Manga. Let's do manga right now. Here we go. At number 20.
Are we expecting another? I was about to say Chainsaw Man sweep.
Chainsaw Sweep.
Chainsaw Man Volume 7.
The first season just ended like a few weeks ago or so. So people are probably going to try and pick up from wherever it left off, primarily.
Yep. I think it adapted half of the manga, something like that.
About 1 through 5 or 1 through 6.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it. I still have I think I only watched the first half.
Oh, the last few episodes were great.
Yeah.
19.
Chainsaw Man. Oh, Shuna's
Journey
Still
from Hayao Miyazaki.
Okay.
Number 18.
We're gonna see some Spy Family. Oh, more Chainsaw.
Chainsaw Man Volume 10.
I think there's gonna be Spy Family on here because that was also coming out. And I was at Target yesterday and I saw a ton of Spy Family.
Number 17.
Someone was buying it.
Blue Lock Volume 1.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot.
Because the anime debuted as well.
Yes.
And I'm currently watching it. It's still ongoing.
Are we gonna get any Bleach on there? You know, it'd be wild if it was like Bleach box set 1.
Everything else like $10, and then this thing that's $100. Number 16, Chainsaw Man Volume 6. Number 15, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 0.
With Volume 0 too.
This is because of the movie, right?
I guess.
Because I know, like the Bezos website, if you buy the Blu-ray, you get a digital copy of the manga. So that's interesting. Number 14, Chainsaw Man Volume 9.
It's going back and forth. Chainsaw Man, non-Chainsaw
And something else. Number 13,
Spy Family. Yes!
Spy Family Volume 2.
I got it. So they might have the first volume on here as well, if they have Volume 2. All right, Chainsaw Man Volume 8.
Look at that. Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 1.
That hasn't been up on the top for a while.
Yep.
I wonder, maybe Christmas, like a lot of unsuspecting moms.
Get your unsuspecting 15-year-old child a deluxe copy of Berserk.
Demons.
Great for the family.
Essays, R wording, a bunch of cool stuff happens in that book. Go check it out for Christmas.
Yeah, if my mom ever had grabbed a copy of Berserk Volume 1, she would have been like, bruh.
Have I told you guys the story about how I asked for a volume of Ouran High School Host Club for Christmas? And my mom flipped through it before she bought it for me, and she didn't get it. Have either of you watched or read Ouran before?
I know what it's about, but I haven't seen it.
I know the basics.
Haruhi's mom is trans, and they refer to her as the T slur a lot in the manga because it's dated. But my mom, having seen that, was like, "What is this book?" And she refused to buy it for me. And then she got me the next one instead of that one.
Wow.
And I'm like, do you not understand how this works?
Around that same time, I was asking for Ranma 1/2 for Christmas, and like my aunt and uncle gave me like 6 volumes of it one year, and I was like, hell yeah. And they didn't know that like there's a bunch of boobies and stuff in there. Not like, I don't know, she doesn't do things very sexualized, but there's still boobies in there.
Yeah.
I was like 13, so.
Your family wasn't like mine, where they had to get in my business.
Or maybe they didn't know what plastic wrap meant, if any of those were wrapped. I don't remember if they were at the time. But my mom did. We were at the mall one time, and I had gone to the bookstore. I picked some stuff up, and we were sitting down, and she started going through the books that I picked up. I picked up the first volume of Scried or Escried, and she flipped through it, and there's like a character in there, at least one panel, and she's just like full frontal, but she has these like weird like things on her nips. And she saw that and was like, no way, Riley, not at all. And she was like, you're taking this back. And I was so embarrassed. I was so like mortified because I was there with a friend of mine, and she's like, this is so inappropriate. And I don't remember, like, again, 13 or so. And I was just like, and then she never had me take it back. Like, we left the mall without me returning it. And I like hid it in a little cabinet in my
So
room.
she wouldn't know.
So she would not see it.
Nice. Fun fact, Scried. I usually say Scried. I love the show so much that one of my first ever eBay purchases with my own money was the original Japanese soundtrack for Scried. I love that thing, and I still have it somewhere here.
Nice. I haven't watched it in a long time.
Oh, it's so great. I love it. Okay, back to this list. Number 11.
Chainsaw 5.
Demon Slayer, Volume 2.
Random?
Number 10.
Chainsaw 5. Yeah!
Chainsaw Man, Volume 5.
How did you
Chainsaw
go?
5.
Volume 5, yeah.
Why 5 specifically? Why did you say 5?
Because we had 6, 7, 10, and 9, and I was just like, 5 seems like it would be the next on the list. And I'm going to say Chainsaw Man. Hold on. I'm sorry. 7, 10, 6, 9, and 5. So I'm going to say the next one, number 9, is going to be Chainsaw either 8 or 4.
Let's see. At number 9, Dragon Ball Super, Volume 17.
Uh,
There we go.
Chainsaw 8.
Number 8,
8 for 8.
My Hero Academia, Volume 1.
I hate this game.
Number 7, Chainsaw Man, Volume 4. Number 6, Jujutsu Kaisen, Volume 18. Number 5. All right, we're going into the top 5. Chainsaw Man, Volume 3.
so we still need 8 and 11 and 1 and 2.
Volume,
One's going to be 1. One's going to be 1. 2's going to be 4. 11's going to be 2. And 3's going to be 8.
Okay.
Number 4, Spy Family, Volume 1.
All right. Well, I assumed that Volume 1 would be in there somewhere.
Number 3, Demon Slayer, Volume 1.
Oh.
Number 2, Chainsaw Man, Volume 2.
Did I
Wanna
say
take a
that?
guess at number 1?
I don't remember. Chainsaw 1.
It should be pretty easy. At number 1 for the month of December 2022, the top-selling manga of that month was Chainsaw Man, Volume 1.
Chainsaw 1.
So almost a full sweep of Chainsaw Man.
Just Volume
No one's buying 8.
8 and 11. They're the only ones that haven't.
Is that the one with the naked cover on it?
6, I think.
Volume 8.
Reze.
Oh, it is. It's volume. Is it volume? Can I even show it? Yeah, I can show it.
I think 8 and 6 both have some.
But that one is partial censored thing with the way that it's angled.
Yeah,
Volume 6 is pretty wild.
6, she's got her arm in front of the naughty bits.
That one was weird to see in the at Walmart. Like, okay, we're doing this. So that's the list. There we go. And the other one I'm going to go by real quick. This is for graphic novels in general. So you see some Yen Press stuff here. My Gently Raised Beast, Solo Leveling, Invincible Compendium, Solo Leveling, Ducks, 2 Years in the Oil Sands, The World After the Fall, Lore Olympus, Critical Role, Lore Olympus again, You Are Home, Solo Leveling, Villains Are Destined to Die, The Remarried Empress, Volume 1, Solo Leveling. People really like Solo Leveling. Killing, Stalking, Deluxe Edition, Lore Olympus, Volume 1, Solo Leveling number 1, Lore Olympus, Volume 1, hardcover, Volume 2, and Volume 3. Really? Wow, okay. That's a lot of lore.
Lore Olymp sweep.
Lore Olympus and what's it called? Solo Leveling.
And Solo Leveling. And fun fact, I just saw this right now. This will be pretty fun for you, Riley. The top TCG of December. You want to take a guess what it was?
The top trading card game?
Yes.
Was it the One Piece game?
Hold on. I don't want to spoil it. Wait a minute.
Wait, of December?
Yes.
I mean, I never see the One Piece one in stores, so hey.
Romance Dawn Booster Box One Piece was the top seller, next to Silver Tempest Booster Box for Pokemon.
Well, that's about what I bought. Because market value about at 120. I think that's about what I got my booster box for.
And then this stuff, Magic, hey, Yu-Gi-Oh, Lost Origin Booster Box from Pokemon, whatever the hell this is, Magic, more Pokemon, Romance Dawn Booster Box case for One Piece at number 10.
Oh, that's a case, so it's probably like tons of shit. I was like,
damn, that's a lot of money. Sword and Shield Ultra Premium Collection, Charizard, that's the big one. Evolving Skies. People really like Evolving Skies. I'm not a fan of those cards. Starter decks 1 through 4 for One Piece at number 13. Yu-Gi-Oh all the way down here, 19 and 20. Pokemon. This isn't even out yet. The Crown Zenith comes out on the 20th. So not this Friday, next week. Astral Radiance for Pokemon. Yeah.
You know how I was like, I really gotta not get all these Pokemon cards anymore?
You gotta.
And you know how I said I was at Target yesterday? And you know how the Paldea sets had come out?
I have it pre-ordered, the Paldea one.
You know how there's Pokemon cards in the store? And you know how I have money that I can buy Pokemon cards with?
Hell
and you
yeah.
know how they have a cash register that I can give the money for the Pokemon cards?
Long story short, I bought one of each of the Paldea sets for each of the starters. I haven't opened them. They're sitting in my car still.
That's awesome. So I do have it on my Amazon cart. I just haven't ordered it yet because I'm waiting for the Elite Trainer box, the new one, because it has the Lucario card. I'm really excited to get that. So there you go. That's that.
The ETB has Lucario in it for sure.
Yeah. Let me pull up the contents of it. I like it when they do that. If I'm buying a box thing, give me an exclusive card inside.
I'm saying, I think one of the first ones I bought, they did include a card. And so I thought that all of them did. And then after that first one, I was like, wait a second. I'm just buying a bunch of packs with a fancy box.
Let me share my screen again. And you need to get the thing I told you about, the Reggie V thing box. It's too long of a word. I'm not going to say it. So if you guys don't know, if you collect Pokemon cards, this is the final set for the Gen 8 era. This is the final box that's coming out with the booster packs and all that stuff. And right over here, whoa, Yeah, so you get all this crap and whatever, and you get this V-Star Lucario card.
Beast. I thought you said B-Star, like B-Star.
Sorry, V-Star. Sorry.
And I was like, I guess
Although,
it kind of looked like he could be in B-Stars.
yeah.
I wonder which which
Oh,
other,
what was that about Rayleigh being a furry?
yeah, because I read B-Stars, and I said in the past, like, if reading
Last-
B-Stars, if
yeah.
loving B-Stars makes me a furry, then I'm a fucking furry. I don't care.
That's what we talked about last week. You missed that, Colleen.
But we
'Cause
also said that before too.
We're excited because it's the final volume of V-Stars. My order shipped with it, so I'm excited to get it in like a week and a half or something. Because media mail takes forever, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, and fun fact: somebody on my channel insulted me supposedly and said I'm a furry freak because I was reviewing the DC Scooby Apocalypse series, and like,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Someone called you a furry over Scooby-Doo.
yes, because I was defending the art, and then the troll made some really mean remarks about a certain demographic of people and some disabled kids and whatever, and I took offense to that because I don't mind you shitting on me, like whatever, but don't insult kids with special needs. That's I hate that. And then he just said like, "Oh, you're some furry loving freak," or no, wait, my bad. It wasn't Scooby, my bad. It's the Andolfo book from Image.
The which one?
The Mirka Andolfo book.
Oh, sure.
Can you help me out, Riley? I can't remember the name of it.
Let's see.
It is a furry book. My bad. It wasn't Scooby.
It makes it a little less funny.
Yeah, it would have been a better story if it was Scooby Apocalypse. My bad.
Yeah,
I called you a furry over Scooby-Doo.
Especially because was it Sweet Paprika?
No. The one before. They released it in 3 trades and then an omnibus edition.
Or to say it's especially would be funny because in the Scooby Apocalypse, like it's literally just Scooby-Doo looks like an actual dog, like fully like a dog, and then I think Scrappy is kind of weird looking.
Scrappy's always weird looking.
I
Scrappy's
love
never not.
Scooby Apocalypse is a fantastic series. I
Is it-
highly recommend it.
Unnatural?
Unnatural? Wait, is it unnatural? Yes, it's unnatural. Let me share the cover. Do you know about this, Colleen? Do you know this series? You're gonna laugh when you see the cover because the series is actually pretty
you know
good.
what? I have a history on this stream of being a lover of the furry animal mangas. So, is it a pig?
Yeah, she's a pig lady, and she falls in love with a wolf dude, just like Beastars.
That's unnatural.
Yeah.
Little less my speed, but
You're like, Gio, I can't defend this.
it's too like I wouldn't say raunchy sexy, but it looks like it's gonna be raunchy sexy. You know what I mean?
It's yeah. Let's see.
Like if I showed a sacrificial princess cover or a King's Beast cover, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's like a sexy manga.
Let me read you the description to see what you think. I like the series. It's only 3 books. It says here, Leslie Blair is a simple pig girl. She loves sushi and she is trapped in a job that she hates. She lives with Trish, her best friend, in a world which is full of anthropomorphic creatures with a totalitarian government that interferes in the personal lives of its citizens, up to the point of allowing only relationships between individuals of the same race. The transgressors are punished. They are accused of being unnatural. Leslie dreams of something different for herself, but these dreams are becoming dangerous, especially because they feature a mysterious wolf. And when she wakes up, she thinks that she is being watched, and as if that weren't enough, On the day of her 25th birthday, Leslie receives an email that she would never have wanted to receive, but she still does not know it's just the beginning. So that's the brief synopsis for Unnatural.
Yeah, it sounds like Beastars.
It's pretty much, yeah. The creator, she's an Italian comic book creator, and her art's great. It's very manga-esque or inspired by it. And yeah, it's anthropomorphic animals. And the dude was accusing me like, you're some furry freak for liking this shit. I'm like, oh, but what did I do? I just like the book.
The pig girl is more girl than pig. She's got like a pig ears and like a pig-esque nose. I wouldn't even really call it like a full-on snout even.
Exactly.
Like that's a girl with like pig ears.
Here's the cover for volume 2.
Is it the wolf guy? That's what I'm interested in.
Oh yeah, I got to show you the wolf guy. Hold on. This cover is pretty. I hope it's fine. If not, sorry, YouTube. Here's the cover for volume 3.
Oh, the tail did not look like a tail for a second.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh my god, he's under her.
Yeah, that's the cover for volume 3. Let me put this back on just in case. You never know. And where the hell's volume 2?
Oh my god.
Oh, here's volume 2. Hold on. This one's pretty tame. I shouldn't have featured that one. Sorry.
No, I'm glad I got to see it.
I don't want this to get demonetized.
Okay, that's more of a snout there.
Yeah.
From the 3/4 angle.
And the
Maybe
wolf.
they were trying to make sure that the people who didn't know about the book yet were like didn't realize there was a pig girl right away. Con them into it.
There's a variant image with the wolf, if I can freaking find it. Unnatural. So they released an omnibus, but I already had the 3 trade paperbacks, so I didn't want to upgrade. You can see some of the characters here.
Oh, that's a Balto looking wolf.
Yeah.
Balto looking.
It looks like Balto, doesn't it?
It does. It's in that style. I get it. So yeah, that's some of the. Oh, here's the wolf. Hey, there we go. You're gonna show you the ass of a wolf. Hold on.
Ooh, this is the content I was looking for.
No, this is content.
Hold on. How do I open this?
gotta adjust my seat a little bit.
Here's a wolf.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
He's got a little beard too.
Yep. And there was one image that I'm still trying to get. What is it? I don't know. It's not working. It's too small, right? Let's see. Oh no, it's all right. I can share this. So it's an unnatural love between 2 species that shouldn't be together. So yeah, essentially this is Western comics version of Beastars, but hornier because it's more about sex than solving a mystery like in Beastars.
Furry loving freak.
Yeah, I'm a furry loving freak.
Hey, if that's what Geo is, then count me in.
I happen to like anthropomorphic animal stories.
They're fun.
They're fun, and you can examine humans through the lens of animals and all that stuff. Whatever.
Anyone who tries to say that they're not interested in anthropomorphized animals in some way did not grow up on Disney. That's
Exactly.
going to be my. How can you get through the 90s and early 2000s without developing a crush on the Robin Hood fox?
On Lola Bunny.
Like there was always some animal some animal movie.
I know like a lot of people will be like, something awoke inside of me whenever that one Looney Tunes where Bugs Bunny is like dressed as a woman and is like super curvy to like mess with, I think it was with Elmer Fudd.
They
It's
love
always
their
either
curvy
Elmer,
bunny wife.
yeah, either Elmer or Yosemite Sam. But yeah, that even going back before like the 90s and stuff, you go even further back and stuff with both Disney and Warner Brothers, even Nintendo, Star Fox, Anthro.
I can't show this. Okay. I was going to show a site that listed the top, what is it? The best anthropomorphic animals of all time. But it has a lot of not safe for work ads, so I can't show it.
Oh, the ads are. Is one of them
Yeah.
like Fritz the Cat on there? And like
They list Puss in Boots, Roger Rabbit, the penguins from Madagascar, Donkey from Shrek. Let's see what else they got here. The Zootopia characters. I love Zootopia. Such a fun movie. Sebastian from The Little Mermaid.
what's
Oh, that
the
one's my favorite.
what's the like cursed Zootopia manga? Or
The
like
Zootopia manga?
the Zootopia Dojin that
Oh no.
I'm not okay, I'll just leave y'all for that one.
I feel like I understand where that's going, but I have not heard of this.
I have not heard of this either.
If you I'm gonna look it up right now and I'm not gonna tell you
Yeah.
this.
Okay. Dory from Finding Nemo. Okay, what? Roger Rabbit. Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots got a glow up in the new movie. I really like the new design, just saying. Compared to the previous one, which was weird.
Yeah, the movie looks insane. Like, I've seen clips of scenes going around, and they all look really cool.
Mm-hmm. Furry fondlers, all of you. Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Proud of it.
there is a Zootopia Dojin comic, fan comic. I don't even know if I want to give. I found the title, but I don't know if I want to give it.
Give it. Sure, do it. Man.
Please.
Dude, like, well, I mean, it's for them. It's
Write
for
it.
them.
Write it in the chat. Write it in the chat. One question here from Next to Magi. Thank you for joining. For one interested in Chainsaw Man, who hasn't yet picked it up, would it be more cost effective to just wait until a box set comes out?
Cost effective, sure, but just your patience.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a box set in a while because the regular volumes sell well enough. I don't know. I don't think they'd be interested right now. Especially part 2.
I did the math on it like back I want to say like 6 months ago or so, and I think it's like less than 10% of titles in the Shonen Jump line have box sets. So like the likelihood of a title getting one is not super huge. And if they could do one of the 11 volumes because that's what they've done in other countries. So it's a possibility. And if it happens, if they do one for the 11 volumes, I think it would be announced in one of the next couple rounds of announcements, which will be next month or June. But I don't know. They might wait until like part 2 finishes and do a bigger set. But yeah, cost effective. Undoubtedly, it would cost you less because box sets, especially from Viz, are like discounted. I think 20% or so off of the cover price of the individual volumes, but it's just a matter of how patient you can be.
Even more cost effective. You just get the Jump app.
Even more cost effective, you just don't do it.
You find a site online. You can read the Zootopia Dojin right next to it.
I posted the name on the chat for you guys, for you degenerates out there to enjoy. Speaking of cost effectiveness, if you want some great deals on some wonderful books, you got to check out Inside Trades, man. All the manga that we talked about, you get it over there at great deals. Get your omnis, trade paperbacks, hardcovers, manga, and so much more. Deals from 46 to 50% off. Loyalty discounts tack on an extra 2% to that. If you place an order of $50 or more, you get free shipping. Fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. That's InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibroslive here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. So shout out to IST, our wonderful sponsor. You guys got to check it out. Visit IST and buy some books.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you. There is a box set for Chainsaw Man, and we talked about it a couple months ago. It's only the first 4 volumes.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my god,
Next Imagine.
I'm summoning N-Man, and he's not even here in the chat. Next Imaginot, because both starts with a friggin' N. I am so sorry. Jesus Christ. There's a Books a Million exclusive box set that has the first 4 volumes of Chainsaw Man. If you want to give that a go,
But
I don't know if they're gonna put out another one, but it is a box set.
it's just cover price, so it's not like discounted.
$36 in stock right now. Next Imaginot, thanks for answering. I asked about the price because I've never bought a standard manga box set before and was under the impression that they often sold at premiums after going out of print. This is one of 2, so there's another message coming. I'm not a fan of box sets. I've said it multiple times on this show and on my channel. I just don't like what you're getting for the price. You're just getting the books and a flimsy little pamphlet and a poster that nobody's going to put up on their walls. And weren't necessarily discounted upon release. Gotcha.
The Viz ones in particular are usually discounted, but like Kodansha box sets are the same price as the individual volumes.
It seems like you get more with Kodansha ones though.
Or
like the boxes are nicer.
It depends on what you like, because like if you're just like the Kodansha ones are just slipcases, whereas the Viz ones have like the fold over Velcro thing. So on the plus side, the Kodansha ones, you could just put it right on the shelf and like have the books display like normal. But with the Viz ones, I have a bunch of boxes that from either sets that I've bought or that I've had like people send me the boxes that they don't want, and I don't display the books in the box. Like I put the books on the shelf and then I have the box elsewhere. I think there's also.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of Toilet Bound Hanako, but that's from Yen.
Yeah, Yen Press.
Yeah, so I was getting Kodansha confused with Yen Press.
And it's getting a box set, and I at least have to admit that one looks really cool.
Yeah, it's a stall.
And the anime is getting the anime. Get this nonsense. The anime is getting a reboot, and it's only been out for almost 3 years, right?
So
yeah, 3 years.
Raccoon Brotherhood.
It's getting the Brotherhood treatment. They're restarting the anime, and people were pissed online. I'm like, my guys, you can't complain. It's one studio. Like their decision to remake that has no influence over whatever the hell you want to reboot it, which is probably in another studio.
Yeah. And anyway, I've heard that like they skipped a lot in season 1. Like everyone who I know who really likes Toilet Bound Hanako, they're excited because they're like, oh well, they skipped so much in season 1, and this way they'll be able to add in this thing that was like the best part of the series. So I've only heard people be excited for it, honestly.
I kind of want it because it's a toilet. I'll be honest.
Yep.
I'll lose my street cred of anti-box sets and get this. I mean, share the image.
I am pro toilet, so
yeah, I just think that's so fun.
I think it looks like that's the side of it and the side that we can't see is probably the book, so it's not like closed or anything. But it would have been cooler if the
If you open the little door.
yeah,
and
the stall opened up and you pulled the books out from the toilet.
And Hanako-san will ask you, like, if you want to, do your thing in the bathroom.
If you pull all the books out, he like is printed on the back wall of the stall.
That'd be pretty sick.
Why am I not working for these
I don't
companies?
know. At least you're here with us. That's what counts.
I'd probably be here with y'all even if I was.
There we go. So that's that. I'm ready to call it if you guys are.
The only brief thing I want to say is that we always say things in regards to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood treatment, but I want to start saying it's getting the Hellsing Ultimate treatment because Hellsing Ultimate preceded Brotherhood by like 3 years.
True.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And that's what Riley would like to close on, and he's not going to say a single other word.
That's
He
it.
can't even plug himself.
That's it. Let me close out the show. We're done. No, I'm kidding. I think that's gonna be it. We talked a lot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Let's see if I can say this properly. Chihaya Fudu video is coming. Colleen, where can people find you on the internet when you're not here with us?
You can find me on Twitter and no, hold on. Oh, I always get it wrong. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Colleen's Manga Rex.
Nice.
And then on Twitter at manga_nostalgic. I should just change my Twitter name so it's all even.
But there might not be enough characters because that's why my Twitter handle is different.
Oh, I'll look into it. You weren't supposed to say anything.
Oh, shit.
Omnibus Collector. How about yourself, Willie?
Permission to speak.
Permission granted.
I have been on the YouTubes and the Instagram and the TikTok as the Omnibus Collector, and on the Twitter as Omni Collector. And on TikTok, you can see my review for Trigun that pissed people off. And on YouTube, I will have hopefully this weekend I can finally start. I'm going to try and churn out both the my December haul video, since my final December package finally came in today, and also the upcoming January books. I'm going to try and do both of those this weekend when I finally have free time after a couple weeks of no free time at all.
Hell yeah, brother.
And for Inhumans Omnibus Geo, where can they find you?
You can find me on my channel. That's A Week in Geekdom. I'm gonna see if I can finally change the name of it because I want to rebrand. But for now, it's A Week in Geekdom, where I talk about anime and manga. I should have had a video up today, but I still need to work on it, so it'll be tomorrow. If you're watching this video at a later point, I'm sorry. Yeah, talk about manga and anime and all that stuff. I put out some recommendations for books to buy in January, if you want to check that out. Sort of like the pre-show to Riley's video. There you go.
Thank you.
Riley, last question, do you happen to know whether the DC Omnis being sold to retailers at closeout prices are older, newer, or some combination of the two?
The only thing I know with DC is that recently they, like, a huge amount of their, I guess this might be related to it, like if that's what they were liquidating, because I know that they basically cut most of their stuff from production, like that they're no longer going to be printing copies of the majority of books. What did I do?
Not you, Gio.
Oh. But yeah, they recently cut production on a lot of their stuff, so they're no longer going to be printing. So that might be what you're talking about, and it's just them pushing everything out into stores. There was probably emails from Lunar that I didn't read, but that said, like, something about closeout prices or whatever. So
She was losing it.
I would imagine, to answer the question, I would imagine it's a combination of like older and newer stuff. I think just to kind of clear out their stuff, because it does seem like they're kind of stepping away from the majority of collected editions.
There you go. So JT Gamer ordered my first light novel. That's great. Awesome. Let us know what you got and what you read on the next stream. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Stay safe. God bless. All that fun stuff. Catch you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, all that social media garbage. Thanks for watching.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Stop talking, Riley.